Hi everyone, it is Alex with Holistic Movement Pilates. Today I have a reformer workout for you using the ball. This is going to be a full body workout. So go ahead, grab your ball. We are going to get started with your footwork springs on. So I have 3 heavies and a light. You can always go lighter than that. You can go heavier than that for footwork. Foot bars are going to start all the way up, and then we're going to lie ourselves down with our balls. Now, we are not doing any unilateral work today if that does change your footwork spring. So again, I have 3 heavies and a light. And then when we get down, if you want to start with your headrests up, they can start up, but then eventually at the end of this series, they will have to go all the way down. We're going to put our balls right in between our knees. And then once we get our balls in between our knees, we're going to take our heels onto the foot bar parallel with each other, and they should be out about as wide as the ball. So our feet are wider than what we are used to here. I want you to give your ball a nice little squeeze, neutral spine. You are going to hold the squeeze of the ball. We're going to inhale, push our carriages all the way out. And then on our exhale, we're going to bend our knees to come all the way back in. So inhaling as we push, exhaling as we pull back in. Again, out, and exhale as we come back in. I'm thinking sacrum heavy, pelvis just stays nice and still. Push, pull. We want to engage our core on the exhale as we pull our carriages all the way back in. Let's do 3. Last one. And then we're gonna go all the way out one time, bend, come halfway in, hold at this halfway point. On an exhale, I'm just gonna squeeze the ball. Think a big squeeze, and then we're gonna inhale and release. Stay at this halfway point. Exhale, squeeze the ball, inhaling as we release. So again, it's a big squeeze. We wanna think inner thighs, low abs. Carriage stays still, pelvis stays still. Exhale, big squeeze, inhale, release. Exhale, big squeeze, inhale, release. Let's do 3. And then last one. Okay, then we're gonna push our carriages all the way out, come halfway in, pause again at this halfway point. Keep a little squeeze of the ball, little pulses of our carriages. Think like 3 to 6 inch pulses. Keep the squeeze. 4, 2, 1, all the way out. And then all the way back in. Okay, then we're gonna go arches of our feet onto the foot bar. Again, they're gonna stay that same distance away from each other. Nice squeeze of the ball. You don't have to give it a big squeeze, just a little squeeze so those inner thighs are firing. Inhale, push away. Exhale, pull back in. Push and pull, keep going. Again, engaging your core to help pull your carriages back in. I'm keeping my bra line down onto the carriage. My sacrum is going to be staying heavy. 3, 2, last one. Okay, we're gonna push all the way back out. Come halfway in, pause at that halfway point, hold your carriage still. Exhale, big squeeze of your ball. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Again, think inner thighs, low abs, carriage stays still, pelvis stays still. 2, 1, and then we're pushing all the way out. Bending to come halfway in again, holding at that halfway point, little pulses of our carriage this time. Keep that little squeeze. 2, 1, all the way out, and then all the way back in. Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead, switch to my toes, balls of my feet, make sure all 10 toes are on. Again, a little squeeze of the ball, inhaling as you push out on your toes. Exhale as you bring it back in. You should be evenly weighted throughout all 10 of your toes. Push and pull. It is up to where your heels are at. I always like a high heel, but if you want to go a little lower, you don't have to do that high heel. I'm going to do 3, 2, and then last one. Okay, then we're gonna push all the way back out. Bend, come halfway in. Hold at that halfway point. Carriage doesn't move, pelvis doesn't move. You squeeze, you release, you squeeze, you release. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, release. Inner thighs, low abs. 3, 2, 1. Push all the way out. Come halfway in again. Hold, keep the little squeeze. Little pulses of that carriage. 3, 2, 1. Let's go all the way out, all the way back in. Ooh, I'm feeling my inner thighs. Okay, we're gonna go either heels or arches of our feet onto our foot bars for our bridging. If you have your headrest up, now they do have to go all the way down. Arms are just gonna start long at our sides. Again, heels or arches on. We're gonna keep the little squeeze of the ball. We're taking an inhale first. On my exhale, I'm flattening my low back down into the mat, rolling my spine up one vertebrae at a time, taking an inhale at the top, and then on my exhale, I'm rolling my spine all the way back down into the carriage, inhaling in our neutral. Again, exhale, flatten and peel, keep that little squeeze of the ball. Take an inhale at the top. Think one vertebrae at a time as we articulate our spines all the way back down. Inhaling in our neutral. Let's do a few more. We're gonna do 2. Keep that little squeeze. 1 bone at a time to go up. 1 bone at a time to roll back down. And then this will be the last one. Exhale, roll, keep that nice little squeeze. Okay, pause at the top here. Exhale, squeeze the ball even more. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, release, squeeze, and release. Think inner thighs, squeeze, release. 3, 2, 1. Now keep the squeeze. Dip your hips down to the carriage in one piece. Lift your hips back up. Don't lose the squeeze. Dip the hips down in one piece. Lift your hips back up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Use those glutes. Use those hamstrings to lift. 4, 3. Keep the squeeze. 2, 1. Now at the top, we pause 1 bone at a time. We roll our spines down. We come back into our neutral. We take our balls out, set them to the sides, and then we're gonna go toes, balls of our feet onto the foot bars, parallel with each other, sits bones distance away this time. We're gonna push our carriages all the way out, pause here, and then we're going into our run. Bending one knee, lowering the opposite heel, and then you are just taking that run at your own pace. Nice high heels when you run throughout your feet. Okay, then I'm gonna keep one heel lowered, one knee bent, stretch out the back of one leg. And then we'll switch. Okay, then I'm lifting my heels up, bending my knees, bringing my carriage all the way back in, and then we'll sit ourselves off to the sides. Okay, when we sit ourselves off to the sides, we're gonna go a heavy and a medium, heavy and a light spring for some arm work. And then we are going to readjust the length of our straps for an exercise that we're gonna do later, but I do like to readjust them now just to make it a little heavier for arms. So usually you measure your straps on your shoulder blocks. They should be taut here. They're on the pegs and you're gonna adjust them so they're tight on the pegs. Now I have this handy little lever that just like automatically adjusts my straps for me. So if you have to manually do it, adjust them so that they're tight on your pegs. This is gonna be heavier for our arm work today. Again, we're going one heavy, one light spring. If it's too heavy, you can use your long loops. If it's still too heavy, you can just do one heavy spring. We are going to lie ourselves back down onto our formers. Our foot bars can stay where they're at. And then when we get back down, if you want your headrest to go back up, they can go up or down. That's gonna be up to you. And then I am gonna reach behind me and grab my short loops into my hands. Again, this is going to be heavier than normal. Arms are going to be straight up to the ceiling. My hands are right over my shoulders, over my chest. And then I'm going to go ahead, pick my knees up into a tabletop position with my legs zipped together. Now we're just going to do arms, no abs. I'm going to exhale, pull my arms straight down towards my hips. And then I'm inhaling to return back up to the ceiling. Again, exhaling as I pull straight down. Inhaling as I return back up, feeling my lats really engaging here as I pull, and then inhaling as I return back up. Exhale down, inhale to return. Engaging my core every time I press, keeping my legs zipped together. Heads are staying down this whole series. Okay, now the next time we pull down, let's hold at our hips. We're gonna inhale, open our arms out to a T, and then on an exhale, we're gonna press our palms to our hips. Inhale out to your T, exhale, press to the hips. Now, since we're doing mostly arm work here and not core work, if you would like to add in some legs with this, you can. You can either do single leg extensions or you can do double leg extensions. Just make sure today heads are staying down into our headrest. So up to you if you add in legs. You can always keep them in tabletop and just do arms today. Inhale out, exhale, press. Feel our lats, biceps engaging as we press our palms back to our hips. Bra lines are staying heavy. Okay, last one. Hold at your hips. Reach your arms back up to the ceiling. Open out to a T. Press your palms to your hips for circles. Go up, out, exhale, press. Again, if you want a little extra work for your core, you can add in legs. You can keep your knees in tabletop. Up, out, exhale, press. Make sure your arms don't go past that T position. Last one in this direction. Pause at the top, hold. We're gonna pull our arms down to our hips, open them out to the sides, reach them back up to the ceiling. So keep circling. We go hips, T, ceiling. Abs are in. Legs or no legs, again, that's up to you today. I'm gonna do 2 more. And then last one. Now, when I pull to my hips, I'm gonna hold at my hips, bending my elbows for my tricep press. I'm exhaling to press, inhaling to bend. Now, this is also going to be up to you. Your palms, when you bend, can either be rotated towards a foot bar or they can rotate towards each other. So if they're rotated towards each other, you're gonna get a little more work in your biceps. If they're rotated towards your foot bar, it's just a little less work in your biceps. And then I always leave this part up to you as well. Long fingers or a fist, I think that's personal preference. Elbows are either hovering off the carriage or they're relaxed down. Abs are in. Let's go ahead and do 3, 2, 1. And relax the feet. Okay, we're gonna hang our straps back up onto the pegs. When I hang my straps up, we're gonna sit ourselves off to the sides of our reformers, and we're gonna change now to just one heavy spring so that light one comes off. If you have shoulder blocks that come out, take your shoulder blocks out. If yours don't come out, that's fine. You can still do this series with your shoulder blocks in, but if they come out, take them out, set them off to the sides. Grab your balls. We're gonna sit on our reformers facing our straps. So this is the reason that we readjusted our straps. Just set your balls behind you on your carriages. I'm going to grab my right strap off the peg. The long loop is gonna go around my leg above my knee. So it should be on your thigh. The strap is on the outside of your right leg, not on the inside of your right leg. That does make it easier for this series. So on the outside of your leg, and then once we get it there, we're gonna lie down with your backs on the ball. When you put your back on the ball, You should be right around your bra line, a little higher probably than your bra line, like right in between your shoulder blades. And then both of your feet are gonna go down into your headrest. I really just have my heels down. Okay, so once you get the balls here, feet in the headrest, hands are gonna go behind our head, elbows are wide. We're gonna start with ab curls. I'm gonna inhale, fold over my ball into my abdominal curl or extension, and then I'm gonna exhale and curl up into my ab curl. There we go. Inhale, fold over into your extension, and exhale, curl up. Now is the time to adjust your balls as needed. If you are feeling this in your low backs, it usually means that your ball is too low. So I would just take your ball higher up your shoulders, higher up your back, and that should help with it coming too much into your low backs. Inhale over and exhale, curl. Let's do 2. Do not worry about your neutral spine either. Last one, inhale over and exhale, curl. Okay, we're gonna add in a little leg lift. So I'm gonna inhale, fold over my ball again. As I curl up, I'm lifting my right knee into a tabletop position. I'm folding over and I'm tapping my toes down. So I'm lifting and curling, folding over and setting the toes down. If you don't get into your headrest, that's fine. You can go over your headrest with your toe taps. Again, do not worry about your neutral spine here. I'm trying to bring my knee as close to my chest as I can, tucking my pelvis and letting my low back go flat. Last one, inhale down, exhale up. Now we hold at the top, so stay here. Inhale, reach your right leg out to a challenging level. Exhale, pull out and in. Now, I'm not going to a fully extended leg, otherwise the strap will slide off of my leg. So I'm going out, keeping like a micro bend, and then pulling my knee as close to my chest as I can. Inhale away, exhale back. 2 more, and then last one. Okay, relax the right foot down, adjust the strap if you need to, fold over your balls. If you want to take your hands out from behind your head, you can. And then we're gonna do one more thing on this right side before we change to the left. Hands behind your head. When we curl up, lift your right knee up again, hold yourselves here. Inhale, reach your right leg out. When you pull in, we are going to rotate towards the knee. So bring your left elbow to your right knee. Inhale, center extend. Exhale, pull, rotate. Inhale out. Exhale in. The rotation should be coming from right where your bra line is on the ball. Out. Exhale in. Adjust the straps as needed. 2 more. And then last one. Okay, relax your foot. Ooh, my core. Feel free to fold over, and then we're gonna come all the way back up. Take the strap off of your leg. We're gonna hang it back up onto the peg. And then we have the same thing on the left side. So I'm gonna go long loop around my leg above my knee. Have the strap on the outside of your leg. It does make it much easier. And then we are gonna go ahead, lie back down. Ball should be like right around your bra line, in between your shoulders. Both feet are in your headrest or on your headrest. Hands behind the head. Inhale, fold over your ball. We're just starting with our ab curls. Exhale, curl back up. Inhale over, exhale, curl. Again, do not worry about your neutral spine. I like a flat back position actually when you come up. So try to tuck your pelvis and flatten your low backs down when you come up. And now is a good time to adjust your balls if you need to readjust those balls. 2 more. And then last one, inhale over and exhale, curl. Now we add in our left leg. So we fold over. As we lift into our curl, we lift the left leg. We fold over, we tap the foot down. So curl, lift, tap down. Knee should stay bent at that 90. Hinging at the hip to dip. Exhale, lift. Try to pull that knee in to your chest. 2 more. And then last one. Now when we come up, pause at the top. We're gonna inhale, reach our leg out. Exhale, pull in. Inhale out, exhale in. Again, I'm not going to a straight leg, otherwise the strap will fall off of my leg. So reach to as far as you can go. Pull in, adjust those straps if you need to on your thighs. Use your obliques to pull. 2 more. Last one. And then we're gonna relax our foot down, fold over your balls into your extension. And then our last thing here will be our rotation. So hands behind the head, curl up, lift your left leg, pause. We inhale to reach out. When we pull it in, we rotate to the knee. We reach, we go center. We exhale, we rotate. Inhale out, exhale back. Oh, my upper abdominals are really feeling this. Adjust those straps as needed. 2 more. And 1. Oh, okay. Set your foot down. Feel free to fold over your balls. We are going to come all the way back up, and then we're going to hang our strap up onto the peg. Okay, let's give your core a little bit of a break. We're going to set our balls to the sides. We're going to change to a medium spring. Take off your heavy. Again, make sure you take off the heavy. So just a medium spring on. Shoulder blocks are going to stay out again if you have the option to keep them out. And then once we get here, I didn't even say, we're gonna kneel on your reformers, facing your straps. I always like hands like on the outsides of the headrest and then knees scooted back so you're in a 4-point kneeling position. Grab your right strap off the peg. It is easiest if you grab to the top, like right where your rope connects to your loop. Then we're gonna pull forward. Long loop goes onto the arch of your right foot. This strap for this one can either be under your armpit or on the outside of your right hand, so it doesn't matter. So either inside or outside of your right hand with a strap. 4-point kneeling, stabilize from your core. I'm gonna kick my right leg back and up for these donkey kicks, bend to come back in. Press, little lift, and then inhale back. Exhale out, inhale in. Squeezing your glutes as you kick back. Abs are in. Eyes are looking right down towards the floor. I am lengthening through the crown of my head. Good, we're gonna do 3 and 1. Okay, then once we come back in, we're gonna pause. Now, the strap is going to stay on our right foot. We are going to take both hands to the very left side of our carriage, and then we are going to rotate to that side as well. Now, when I rotate, my hands are gonna be wider than my shoulders. I'm gonna have my legs zip together right through the center of my hands, and then I'm around like center of my carriage. The idea is when we kick this right leg back, the carriage will move. Your leg is going to stay in line with your sits bones. If it doesn't, the strap will pull your leg to the right side. So we're gonna try to avoid getting pulled right. We're gonna try to go straight back. Carriage should move when you go straight back. So on an exhale, I'm gonna kick my right leg back and up, just like those donkey kicks you did. Bend to come back in. Exhale, press, little lift. Inhale back. A good indicator that you're staying in alignment is the carriage is moving, I'd say pretty like significantly. Exhale out, inhale back. Mine is going, say almost a foot out and in. Abs are in. Okay, we're gonna do 3 more of these. 2 and 1. Okay, pause and relax. Last thing that we're gonna do is wag the tail. Your pelvis will move a little bit for this one. That is fine. I'm not gonna worry too much about my pelvis moving. Again, the carriage will move. So we're gonna kick our right leg back 1 time, hold. We're gonna allow the strap to pull our leg to the right, and then we're gonna use, our leg to pull across the body to the left. So we inhale to go right, we exhale, we pull across the body to the left. Again, I am going to let my pelvis move a little bit for this. Keep your leg lifted. This should be full body. You should be feeling this everywhere. Your core, your arms, your legs. Inhale and exhale. Right. Exhale, cross body to the left. I'm going to do 2 more. And then last one, right, left, and relax. Okay, strap comes off of our foot. We're gonna carefully hang it back up onto the pegs. We're gonna rotate towards our straps again, and then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So grab your left loop. You're staying kneeling, facing the straps. You pull forward, long loop goes onto the arch of your foot. Again, when you're here, the strap can either be on the inside of your left arm or the outside. It does not matter. If you need to get off of your wrists, then you're dropping down onto your forearms. If you feel fine on your wrists, stay here. Ready? Exhale, kicking our left leg back and up, bend to come back in. Press, little lift, and back. Again, stability comes from shoulders and core, eyes to the floor. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. My abs are in to my back here. Okay, I'm going to do 3 more. 2 and 1 and relax. Okay, strap stays on your foot. Both hands go to the very right side. We are going to rotate to that side as well. My hands are wider than my shoulders. My legs are zipped together. They should be like directly through the center of my hands. Carriage should move. Ready? Kick your left leg back and up. Bend to come back in. Press, little lift, back in. Again, this should still be full body here. Exhale out, inhale, return. And the carriage should be moving significantly out. And then I'm trying to keep it in line with my left sits bones. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Okay, relax the leg. We're gonna do that again, but we're wagging the tail. Again, we're gonna let our pelvis move a little bit for this. So we're gonna kick that left leg back, pause, ready? We let the strap pull you left, you exhale, you pull across the body to the right. Ooh, inhale left, exhale, pull across the body to the right. Try to keep your legs lifted. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do 2 more. And then last one. Left, right, and relax. Okay, I'm gonna take the strap off my foot, hang it back up onto the peg, and then I'm gonna sit on my reformer and face my straps. We're gonna go back into some core work. When we're in this core work, I am just gonna keep my shoulder blocks out right now. We're gonna sit with our knees bent, heels back into our headrest. We want at least a palm's width away from us in the back of our carriage. We can have more than that, just no less than that. And then we are gonna stay on the same spring. Grab your long loops off the pegs. If you need to make this a tiny bit easier for your core, you can do your short instead of your long. Knees bent, heels in the headrest, arms are long, we're sitting up tall. I'm gonna inhale, tuck my pelvis, roll down to my sacrum. So the lowest part of my back is getting down onto the carriage. I'm exhaling to come back up. Inhale, tuck, roll back. Exhale to come all the way back up. Trying to get the low back down. When we're doing this, our eyes are always looking forward. I do not want you to look up towards the ceiling. No matter how far back you get, your eyes should always be looking forward. Mine are looking like to my knees, my thighs when I roll back. and up. We're gonna do 4. Inhale, tuck, roll back. Exhale up for 2. And then last one, inhale back and exhale up. Now, we're gonna tuck, roll halfway back, hold yourselves here. Exhale, right knee to your chest, not tabletop to the chest. Set the foot down, left knee to the chest. Set it down. We go right and lower, left, lower. Keep the tuck of your pelvis. Arms stay long. Hold about halfway back. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Try to keep those shoulders down. We're gonna do 4 more. 2 more right, 2 more left. 1 more right, 1 more left. Last one. Okay, then we're coming all the way back up. Feel free to stretch your legs. We are going to go ahead, hang our straps back up onto the pegs. And then if you have your shoulder blocks out, they are going back in. And then we are grabbing our balls as well. So grab your balls, sit off to, when you're lying down, it would be the left side of your reformer. So when we sit off to the left and we stand on the floor and we face the foot bars, our right side of our body should be closer to your carriages. Ball is going to go on your shoulder block closest to you. Now, we're all going to stay on this medium spring just because it's going to be easier to stabilize the ball. Then if you want to make it a little more challenging for legs and stability of the ball, you can go to a heavy instead of a medium, but start on this medium spring. I'm going to stand facing my foot bar with my hands on. My right foot is going to go back onto the ball. Just like when we do lunges, the toes are curled, my heel is lifted on that ball. And then I'm standing like a foot or so with my left leg away from the foot bar here. Okay, both hands are on your foot bar, left knee is slightly bent, abs are in a neutral spine. I'm gonna push my carriage out with my right leg and in, push out with my right leg and in. And you have to find the correct spot on that ball. If you want to make it heavier for your legs, I'm going to. You can change to the heavy spring. Again, it is going to be a little more challenging to stabilize the ball, especially when we get into the next exercise. Exhale out, inhale back. I'm squeezing my glute every time I push away. I'm scooping into my core. Okay, we're gonna go 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back in, and then we're gonna stand all the way up so your hands are off the foot bars. Now, if you need to take your hands onto the foot bar for balance, you can. I'm gonna go ahead and just take mine to my hips. Again, this is gonna be a little more challenging for stability of the ball if you need to change your springs. I'm going to press my right leg out straight. As I do so, I'm gonna bend my left knee and hinge forward. And then as I stand straight up with my left leg, my right knee bends to come back in. We're standing up tall. So right leg is bent, left leg is long, and then it's the opposite. Right leg long, left leg bent, and then we're standing back up. Exhale out, inhale back. Exhale, push, inhale back. Again, try to keep that ball steady. You are bowing forward every time you push your carriage out and in. Okay, I'm gonna do 3, 2, and 1. Okay, set the knee down, step your left foot further forward. I'm just gonna keep my ball here. You're gonna go out with your right, out with your left, and then hold your lunge. Okay, carriages come all the way back in. Same thing on the other side. When we get over here, adjust the ball so it feels like it's gonna stay. When your left foot is on, the toe should be curled. And then again, when my right foot is on the floor, I'm standing like a foot or so away from the foot bar here. And then once we get here, you can go ahead and start those lunges. Both hands are on the foot bar to start. You're gonna bend your right knee slightly, and then you're gonna push your carriage out with your left in, out with the left in. Again, small bend to your right leg. Neutral spine, core is active. So think scoop into your abs. Try to keep that ball steady. Squeeze your booty. We're gonna do 2 more. And 1. Okay, come all the way back in. Again, I'm gonna stand up with my hands on my hips. If you need to hold on to the foot bar, you can. Try to keep this ball still. I'm going to bend my right knee as I push my left leg out. And then we're standing back up. One side's always a little harder than the other. So bend your right, push your left. And then when you extend your right, your left knee should naturally, bend back in. Feel those quads. I'm exhaling away, inhaling back again. We should be bowing forward every time we push out. Okay, let's do 3. Ouch. 2 and 1. Oh, my quads hate that. Okay, step your right foot way further forward, push out with your left, push out with your right. Hold that stretch. If you don't want the ball, you can take the ball out too. Okay, let your carriages come all the way back in. You're gonna take your ball, send it to the side. We're gonna go 2 heavy springs, 4 feet and straps, and then we'll lie ourselves down onto our reformers. When we get down, headrest again can be up or down, that's up to you. I'm gonna reach behind me, grab my long loops, and then long loops are gonna go onto my feet. Again, since we readjusted our straps, it's gonna feel a little heavier than what we're used to. Legs are gonna go up just as high as we can hold our neutral spines, parallel, zip together. On an exhale, I'm gonna lower my legs down towards my springs. Inhale, I'm hinging, and my hips come back up. I'm exhaling to pull straight down, inhaling to hinge. Keep those legs zipped together. When we lift, our sacrum stay heavy. When we lower, our bra lines stay heavy. Exhale down, inhale up. Think draw your abs in towards your backs as we lower. Okay, last one. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Now, external rotation or Pilates V. So heels together, toes are turned apart. Legs go down to a little lower than 45. Bend your knees in for your frogs. Exhale as you stretch your legs back out. Inhale, bend. Exhaling as you stretch. Keep those heels together, toes turn apart. And then again, we're maintaining our neutral spines the entire time. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more. And then last one. Now when I push out, hold, bring your feet parallel with each other. Legs are gonna lower a little further down towards our springs. We're gonna open them wide out to the sides to circle around and back up. So I'm exhaling to go down, inhaling to circle around and back up. Neutral spine as always. And then I like for you to make these circles as big as you can get them to really open up your hips and stretch while being able to hold that neutral. Down, around, and up. Then I'm gonna do 1 more in this direction. When I come back up, we're gonna pause, reverse, out, Down around, zip them together, hinge back up. Should feel those adductors firing to zip your legs together. Inhale up, out, exhale as you bring them back. We're gonna do 3 more. And last one. Now, when my legs go back up, I'm gonna pause. My low back is gonna be flat. I'm gonna bring the bottoms of my feet together, knees open wide. I love a little butterfly stretch to finish, especially with all that adductor work we did today with the balls. Heels can be high, you can pull your straps. You can always drop your heels down towards your glutes and stretch. If happy baby feels better, you can do happy baby instead. Up to you. Okay, then I'm gonna take my straps off my feet. We are going to hang them back up onto the pegs. When you hang your straps up, we can sit ourselves off to the sides. You are all finished with that workout. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me today.